Okay.
Smile.
Hi, I'm Karina McDonald with the Earth Sciences Museum. Our activity today, all about edible aquifers. My first science assistant, Alba,
Hi.
and now we have Fia. They're going to help me today build our edible aquifer. You may be wondering what an aquifer is. Well, it's a material underneath the ground, like gravel or sand, and that material has spaces in it. The spaces can hold water, and any material underneath the ground that can hold water is called an aquifer. So we are going to make an edible aquifer, which is so much better than the real thing.
Yum.
Are you ready, girls?
Yes.
Okay. The first thing that we need to do to start building our aquifer is to put some gravel in our cups. We're going to use ice as our gravel today. Do you want to put some ice in both of your cups? You can use your hands or the tongs, whatever you feel is easier at home as well. And you want to fill your cup about 2/3 of the way up. So a little bit more, Alba, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, that looks about right. Maybe one more. I don't know. You want to have enough ice that it won't just instantly melt on you when you add groundwater.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, now that you have your gravel layer, you want to add some groundwater to that gravel. And we are using club soda today. All right, can I add this to yours because it's pretty heavy? Okay, you might want a parent to add your club soda. I'm going to add just enough club soda till it reaches the very top of the ice. You don't want it to go over top of the ice. And once we've added enough club soda to our glasses, we can give it a little, maybe 1 drop of food coloring, just to allow us to see it. Do you want to add 1 drop? Great, and then you can pass it to your sister. You can swirl it around a little bit, Fia. Do you want to do that? No, just leave it like that? Okay, that's cool. Oh, if you take your glass and shake it around, you can do this at home too. And swirl it a bit and make it all blue. There you go. Ooh, it is blue. Nice. So underneath the ground, there's lots of different layers of material. In the Kitchener-Waterloo region, about 15,000 years ago, there were huge ice sheets, about 2 kilometers tall, or that's, I guess would be about 2 CN Towers tall. And those ice sheets moved moved gravel and sand and clay into this area and left it here. And that gravel and sand and clay are all layered on top of each other all over this area. And it gives us drinking water that we take from the ground. It's very special in our area. So we're going to add some layers to our edible aquifer here. We've already got the gravel layer, and now we're going to add some sand. So why don't you take your, we have corn pops. You can add some corn pops and put those on top of your ice. Get a good layer on there. Yep. You can add a whole bunch.
They don't sink through.
They don't sink through, no. That's right. There you go.
There.
And you don't have to use corn puffs. You can use, or corn pops, I guess. You can use any type of round cereal, even Cheerios if you like. That looks pretty good. Okay. We are also going to add another layer, a different type of material on top. I'm going to get another family member to get our clay layer. Our clay is going to sit on top of the sand. And clay, if you watched our last video, clay has really flat platelets. And that's what it's made out of. And they kind of get squished together and they prevent water from going through that layer. And so, thank you very much. So we're going to add a layer of clay on top of our sand gravel, i.e. the corn pops. There we go. I might help with this one, okay?
What kind is it?
We are using vanilla ice cream, but you can use sorbet or any type of ice cream that you like. Not for the faint. This activity is not for the faint of heart. There we go. And what you want to do is add enough ice cream and then kind of pack it down.
Can I pack them?
Yeah, I'm going to help you out just a little bit
Okay.
first, because you want to just make sure that the ice cream is getting to all the sides.
Okay.
Okay, there's
Can you
yours.
help me?
Yes, I can help you for sure. This thing's going to be almost as big as you.
As big as me.
He's gonna get a sugar
Well,
rush.
It looks pretty big.
He's gonna
compared
get
to
a
you.
sugar rush.
Yeah, we might have to help with your aquifer. Okay, now that we have our tightly packed and secured clay layer, I'm going to give this back so we can put it back in the freezer. There you go. Thank you. Now, what do we walk on outside every
Dirt.
day? Dirt. There's a lot of soil outside, and we have grass growing on it in most yards, but there's also lovely gardens, and we have farms and things like that that grow in our soil. So we're going to add some soil to our layers as well. So we have some Oreo cookie crumbs. We're going to add a layer of soil onto the top. There you go. I should have brought 2 spoons. If you have more than one child, you might want to have 2 spoons with you. Yes, actually, here, you can use this one. You can use this one. Yeah, and you can use your finger to spread it out. Make sure that it's getting everywhere. This is representing our dirt layer on the ground. There we go. Nice. That looks great. And you can use your finger to feed it to spread out the dirt or the spoon. Yeah. And, you know, every day we walk on the soil layer. So there's lots of wildlife, including us. But, you know, millions of years ago, there were dinosaurs that walked on the same layer of earth. And so we have 2 little dino gummies that were picked out in advance. So if you have a dino gummy or a gummy bear or some type of gummy worm at home that you want to add to your soil layer, you can do that. You just put it right
up
back
or
on
down?
top. You can do it any way you like. Yep. There you go. So now you can see all the layers in your aquifer here. We've got the gravel layer. We've got
I
the
tried
sand
this
layer.
stuff.
Ah, that's coming. We've got our clay layer, and then we've got our soil.
And the
Wildlife today, like us, we sometimes spill things, right? Sometimes we spill oil, sometimes we put pesticides on our farm fields, but maybe a little bit too much, and the pesticides run off into the ground. So we are going to use a few drink crystals. We have some orange crystals here, and we're going to add a few drink crystals to the top of our soil. So why don't you just use your finger, take a little pinch, and sprinkle it on top. Because right now, our lovely blue aquifer is protected by our clay layer. And we've got some contaminants. What do you think is going to happen if it rains?
It's gonna go through.
Do you think it's going to go through?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to have to do an experiment and check that out. You too at home. Ooh. That's lots of contaminants. Okay. Great.
Contaminants.
All right. So I'm going to be the rain. I'm gonna be Mother Nature. And I'm going to make it rain a little bit on our soil surface. And we're going to see what
Oh, it
happens.
It's fizzy.
This is-
Oh no, it's getting into the aquifer.
Oh no! Should we try yours too?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We're going to try yours too. How did it get through?
I don't know.
Well, sometimes there's cracks
Maybe.
in the clay layer,
Oh,
and
this
sometimes
one
the
didn't go
water can go right through that clay layer, through a crack if it's dried
Mine doesn't see
out. But did yours go?
No.
Oh.
Mine
You have
doesn't
a nice seal in your clay layer.
Mine doesn't
Maybe this one.
Maybe
Yeah,
this
I
one's
think
thicker.
yours did. Yours
Maybe this
went
one's
through
thicker.
right there. There.
No, I think this
Yeah.
one's thicker. Yeah.
That one might be thicker. Yeah. And that's kind of what happens in real
Oh
life
no.
too.
My dinosaur Going away.
It's being buried. Oh, it's going to become a fossil.
Yeah, it's a fossil.
Yay. Well, so if your contaminants went through your clay layer at home, there is a way that you can clean up your aquifer.
You eat it.
Well, kind of. Does anybody have their well?
I have my well.
You got your well at home?
That's your well.
This-
That's my well.
Oh, sorry. This is our well. It's going to be our straw. And wells get drilled down through the soil and through the clay layer and then through the sand layer into where the groundwaters. Go ahead. You can drill yours in. You can drill yours in at home too, all the way down. And then
Yeah,
you
it's a
can
well.
enjoy your creation and clean up all of the water
Ooh.
in the bottom. Is that good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, enjoy your edible aquifers at home.
Yummy.
Thanks, bye. Say bye, girls.
Bye. Yummy.